Hello, this is Jennifer Waymark, and you're listening to an Oshawa Museum podcast. Today we will look at a collection of letters written by a soldier to his family for Christmas while he served overseas during World War II. This podcast series aims to actively promote awareness and appreciation of our community's history, highlighting remarkable artifacts, documents, photographs, or events from our past. We hope you enjoy the podcast. In 2001, the Archives was able to acquire a collection of 4 Christmas cards sent from an Oshawa man who was serving overseas during World War II. While this alone would have made the acquisition of the collection a fantastic new piece to add to the archival record, it turned out that the museum had a long-standing relationship with the author of these cards. The cards were sent by a gentleman by the name of Earl Han. For those of you who have been part of the Oshawa Historical Society for years, this name will be recognizable. For others, let me introduce Earl Han. Earl was one of the founding members of the Oshawa Historical Society. He served as president from 1968 to 1973. During the 1970s and 80s, he volunteered as the curator for Robinson House. It was his tireless dedication that saw Guy House restored and become part of the museum. Earl is probably best remembered for his Davy Crockett outfit that he wore to many public events hosted by the museum. Private Earl Han was overseas serving as a member of the Canadian Corps under the 8th Army as World War II battled through Northern Africa and Italy. This meant that he was away from his young family during the holiday season in 1944. Standardized Christmas cards were made available to the soldiers so that they could let their family back home know that they were thinking of them. The cards were really a single sheet of paper with a drawing on it, meant to represent the area where the soldier was stationed. Once the soldier had completed personalizing their card in the little space made available to them, the card was passed by the censors. The Army would copy the card, reduce the size, so that it would be less expensive to send back home. Private Han made the best of the limited space available to him and let his family know just how much he was missing them. 3 of the cards are addressed to his wife Irene, with the 4th being addressed to his young daughter Joyce. The lengthiest of the notes written by Private Han also lets us know that the holiday season was extra special, as his wedding anniversary also fell during that time. He writes, quote, "Happy anniversary, my love. With best wishes that this is our last spent apart. All my love and millions of kisses. Forever yours, Earl." He chose to send his daughter a card that showed her where he was when he wasn't with her. The card has a map of the Mediterranean Sea, showing both Italy and North Africa. This time, the card is simply signed from Daddy with all his love, best wishes for 1945. Private Han was happily reunited with his family once the war was over, and he went on to become a 50-year member of the Oshawa Historical Society. It is fitting that these letters have found a home with the museum he loved so much. On behalf of the Oshawa Museum, I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a safe and wonderful New Year. This has been an Oshawa Museum podcast. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other historical video podcasts and subscribe to our channel.